Hello, everyone. First off, I would love to say thank you for the support on the video I uploaded 1 day ago, 2 days ago, a few days ago. I'm glad that got to some people. Shoot, it even got me a couple subscribers. Appreciate that. One bad criticism I saw was that I should turn up my microphone, so I'll do that. And now while I look for more content to record, you see, I haven't predicted NFL games in a while, so I should probably do that. This is my Week 18 NFL predictions. Some of these games mean something, some of these do not. So let's get it started. First off, no Thursday night. We got Saturday games. The Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens. This game won't be close at all. You see what the Ravens did to the Texans. This Browns roster is so much worse. They're starting Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Baltimore's going to start their starters because they want to win the AFC North. Cleveland stands no chance. The Baltimore Ravens are going to win this handily, I believe, 35-7. Cleveland will get lucky and score once. Next up, Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. I'm a Bengals fan. I'm going to be a bit biased here. However, every time the Bengals have played an AFC North opponent other than Cleveland this year, it's been really close, and against Pittsburgh, it was no different. 44-38. It was a one-score game. There was a few miscues on offense. If we get rid of those, Cincinnati should be beating Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's been struggling down the stretch. It's a Mike Tomlin effect. Cincinnati Bengals should walk in here, and they should win 28-17, sending Cincinnati to 9-8. So Panthers-Falcons, a game that means a lot in the NFC South playoff race as the Falcons try to win the NFC South. Most likely not going to happen, because Tampa would still have to lose. The Carolina Panthers have been heating up to end off the year, and you would have to think that Bryce Young would probably have a nice game at the end of the season. Michael Penix, this is only his third NFL start. Miscues from Penix happened last week, despite the fact that they won a game. So I'm saying that the Carolina Panthers should walk in here, and they're probably going to win 17-10, eliminating the Falcons from the playoffs in the process, because that's just what we need. The Texans at the Titans, this is a meaningless game. The Texans are most definitely going to be resting their starters because they already won the South. They can't get a better playoff seed. Titans win 17-10 because Davis Mills isn't a competent backup. Giants-Eagles. The Eagles should also be resting their starters because they can't get the 1 seed. This is the New York Football Giants. However, Philly is going to be resting their starters, and Tanner McKee is playing a whole game of football and not just for total pass attempts. We saw what Drew Lock did last week. He's going to put that stuff on yet again. The Giants should come out of this one 21-17, really making sure they don't get that first overall pick. Jaguars at Indianapolis, a game that would have meant something had the Giants not blessed us with a win yet last week. This means nothing. Depending on if Anthony Richardson plays or not, I mean, the Colts should win regardless against Mac McCorkle-Jones and the Jaguars. Colts end the season off 8-9 with a 28-14 win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Commanders at Cowboys. The Redskins. What is there to say about the Redskins other than the fact that they've locked up a playoff seed, but they probably prefer to not be the 7th seed. And Jaden Daniels really wants to lock up Rookie of the Year, so they will be playing their starters against a very, very depleted Dallas Cowboys team that did beat them earlier in the season. We can't forget, Washington lost to Dallas, and this is in Dallas now. However, this Washington seems better than the first time they played. Jaden Daniels has only been getting better over time this season. The Commanders should have zero issue, and I mean no issue whatsoever, walking into Dallas. Redskins win 35-14. Calling in now. It's a legacy game from Jaden Daniels. Bears at Green Bay. Packers win 24-7. All right, Tampa Bay at home against the New Orleans Saints. Tampa Bay has to win this game to guarantee their spot in the playoffs. If Tampa Bay wins, then the Falcons are eliminated. If Tampa Bay loses, they better dang well hope that Atlanta loses. Shout out Big Kirko. This should be one of the easiest games of Baker Mayfield's career. Realistically, they shouldn't lose this game. Tampa should walk in there. They should win 24-7 easily, taking Tampa to the playoffs. Bills at Pats. Buffalo is going to win 28-14. Drake May is going to have 2 touchdown passes. Buffalo's probably going to rest their starters, though. Actually, now that I think about it, but Buffalo should still win that game handily. Chargers at the Raiders. Meaningless game. Regardless of what happens. The Chargers are most likely resting their starters. They have the 6th seed locked up. Therefore, I'm taking Aiden O'Connell legacy games. He's going to have a legacy game against the Chargers to make the Raiders 5-12 as they win 21-14 against the Easton Stick-led Chargers. Now, if they're not resting their starters, then that's something different. The Niners at Arizona. Man, if only this game meant something. This game's going to be boring. Like, very boring. I'm not going to bother watching it. Cardinals win 21-14. Yeah. Chiefs at Broncos. This is what I'm going to be following because I need Denver to lose. And unfortunately, I'm relying on a ginger for the Cincinnati Bengals playoff chances. Shocker how everything just comes down to a random ginger at quarterback for if Cincinnati makes the playoffs or not. The Chiefs are going to be resting some of their key starters, notably Mahomes. So that means Carson Wentz has to play good football against a Broncos team that won't be resting any starters because they want that 7th seed. They want to make the playoffs for the first time since Peyton Manning won them that Super Bowl. However, I think the Chiefs are petty enough to still really, really try, and I think even their backups are going to be good enough to beat the Denver Broncos 35-28, eliminating Denver from playoff contention. Seahawks at Los Angeles. Another meaningless game. LA is going to rest their starters. Seahawks win 17-14. And I don't know. I guess they improved to 10-7. Yay. Yippee. But the Rams still have the division locked up. Dolphins at Jets. You would think this game is meaningless, but I need Miami to lose. However, I don't think Miami will lose because the Jets are bad. In fact, I think, Tyler Huntley's in at quarterback. Never mind. I think that the Jets are going to win this one 17-10. I had a whole different score in mind. I didn't know that Tyler Huntley was most likely going to be in. All right. And last on this, the game for the NFC 1 seed. The Minnesota Vikings had the Detroit Lions for the NFC's 1 seed. This game could go either way. This is going to be one of the closest games that we're going to see. All right, and at the end of the day, it's going to go down to Dan Campbell, 2-point conversion that he doesn't get, as the Detroit Lions are going to lose this game 33-35, giving them a road playoff game at 14-3. And Sam Darnold's honestly going to have a case for MVP because he's going to toss for 5 touchdowns. You've heard me right here. 5 touchdowns Sam Darnold will get. And when Sam Darnold throws those 5 touchdowns, oh, baby, I'm going to say I knew it. I'm going to say I knew it. I could pull up my Instagram stories. I knew Sam Darnold was going to be like that. In fact, I've always been a Sam Darnold believer. When he signed to the Niners, well, I knew that Sammy was going to do great things as a quarterback. I was right. I was wrong here. They don't believe me. But I have amazing predictions. Namely, the Sam Darnold MVP one. Okay, Sam Darnold is going to have a genuine case after this game. He's going to throw for 5 more tuds. All I'm going to say. All right, thank you all for listening to me ramble about the National Football League's 18th week, despite the fact that I probably should have been doing this a whole lot sooner, maybe done it more, maybe have done it after week 4, instead of, 3 months of racism is blind, and I'm shocked this game is still online. Maybe I should do that. Who knows? Only I know. Only God. Only God knows. Let's be real. Not me, but God. So, but thank you all for watching. Y'all have been great.